Have you ever felt distance growing in your relationship but didn't know how to talk about it? Have you watched small irritations build into resentment because you stayed silent? Do you avoid bringing up issues because you're afraid of conflict or making things worse? Have you noticed the same fights repeating without resolution? Are you tired of feeling lonely even when you're together? Have you seen couples break up over problems that seemed fixable? Do you bottle up concerns until they explode in destructive ways? Have you realized that not talking is slowly killing your relationship? What if I told you that most relationship breakups aren't caused by the problems themselves? They're caused by the inability to talk about problems effectively. And you're about to learn exactly how to talk to your partner before problems become breakups. You're not alone in struggling with relationship communication. Millions of couples have the same pattern. Small issue arises. They don't talk about it. It festers, builds resentment, creates distance. Eventually, it either explodes in a huge fight or contributes to slow erosion of connection. Meanwhile, they watch other couples who seem to handle conflict easily, who talk about hard things, who resolve issues, who stay connected even through difficulties. The difference isn't that those couples don't have problems. Everyone has problems. The difference is they know how to talk about them. They have communication skills, conflict resolution skills, connection maintaining skills. These are learnable. You can learn them. The problem isn't that you don't love each other. You do. The problem is you don't know how to communicate effectively when things are hard. Nobody taught you this. Your parents probably didn't model it. School definitely didn't teach it. You're expected to figure it out. Most couples never do. They muddle through, avoid hard conversations, build resentment, grow distant, break up, or stay together but unhappy. There's another way. Couples who master difficult conversations stay connected. Resolve conflicts, grow together, build strong, lasting relationships. You can be one of those couples. Here's what happens if nothing changes. Today, you'll avoid a conversation you need to have. Tomorrow, that small issue will grow. Next week, you'll feel more distance. Next month, resentment will build. And next year, you'll either be in the same painful pattern or you'll have broken up over problems that were actually solvable. That's the cost, not just discomfort, actual relationship deterioration, actual connection loss, actual breakup risk. The relationship you want requires you to talk about hard things. If you can't, the relationship can't survive long-term. Or it survives but without real intimacy, without real connection, without real partnership. The cost of not learning to communicate is enormous. Here's what relationship experts won't tell you. Most advice is too vague. Communicate better. How? Express your feelings. Which ones? How? Listen more. To what? How do you actually do this? You need specifics, exact frameworks, real strategies, proven techniques. The couples who succeed have these. They know how to start difficult conversations, how to express concerns without attacking, how to listen when defensive, how to find solutions together, how to reconnect after conflict. These are specific skills, not vague advice. Specific, teachable, learnable skills. This isn't theory. Research on couple relationships shows that ability to handle conflict predicts relationship success better than initial compatibility. Conflict skills matter more than conflict frequency. Studies by Dr. John Gottman reveal specific communication patterns that predict divorce with over 90% accuracy. and specific patterns that predict lasting connection. Relationship research proves that couples who can discuss difficult topics constructively report higher satisfaction, deeper intimacy, longer-lasting relationships. This is documented, proven, clear. Communication skills save relationships. Lack of them destroys relationships. Here's what you need to understand. Effective relationship communication has 4 components. Safety. You must create emotional safety for honest conversation. Clarity. You must express yourself clearly without blame or attack. Listening. You must truly hear your partner's perspective and feelings. Resolution. You must find solutions or at least understanding together. These 4 create productive relationship conversations. Without safety, people shut down or attack. Without clarity, message gets lost. Without listening, it's 2 monologues, not dialogue. Without resolution, nothing changes. All 4 together create conversations that strengthen rather than damage relationships. Here's exactly what's going to happen in the next hour and 10 minutes. Right now, you avoid difficult conversations or handle them poorly. In the first chapter, you're going to understand common communication patterns that destroy relationships, what you're doing wrong, why it's not working. Then you're going to learn to create emotional safety, the foundation for all difficult conversations. Next, you'll master expressing yourself clearly and constructively, saying what you need without attacking. After that, you'll learn to listen deeply even when it's hard, to truly understand your partner's experience. Then, you'll master finding resolution together, problem-solving as partners. And finally, you'll get specific scripts for common relationship conversations. Issues around intimacy, finances, family, household responsibilities, and more. By the end of this audiobook, you'll understand destructive communication patterns and how to avoid them. You'll know how to create emotional safety in your relationship. You'll have tools for clear, constructive self-expression. You'll master deep, empathetic listening. You'll know how to find resolution together. You'll have specific scripts for common, difficult conversations. You won't avoid hard conversations anymore. You'll handle them skillfully. You won't fight destructively. You'll resolve conflicts constructively. You won't grow distant. You'll maintain and deepen connection. What you will feel is equipped, confident, like you can talk about anything with your partner. And if you don't feel ready to have that difficult conversation you've been avoiding after this hour, then I've failed you. But I won't, because these skills work. So here's the real question. Not whether you'll finish this audiobook, but whether you'll actually use these skills. Will you be someone who learns and keeps avoiding, who understands intellectually but doesn't apply practically, who lets resentment build because talking feels too hard? Or will you be someone who starts that conversation this week, who uses these frameworks to address that issue, who invests in communication skills that save their relationship? You get to decide, but you can't decide later. Every day of silence is more distance. Every avoided conversation is more resentment. Every problem left unaddressed grows bigger. The time is now. You have 70 minutes, 1 hour and 10 minutes, less time than one evening of tense silence, less time than one destructive fight that solves nothing, but enough time to learn how to talk to your partner effectively. The next 70 minutes are going to separate you from the version of yourself that can't communicate effectively, that lets problems fester, that loses relationships to preventable communication breakdowns. You're either all in or you're out. There's no half listening. No interesting, but we'll keep avoiding. Now is when it starts. Right now, take a breath. Think about the conversation you've been avoiding, the issue that's creating distance. In 70 minutes, you'll know how to address it. Let's begin. Chapter 1: Destructive Communication Patterns. Let's start by understanding what doesn't work. What communication patterns destroy relationships? What you're probably doing wrong. Awareness is first step. Pattern 1: Avoidance. This is most common. Issue arises. You don't talk about it. You think you're keeping the peace. You're not. You're building resentment, creating distance. The issue doesn't disappear because you ignore it. It festers, grows, becomes bigger problem. Avoidance feels safe short-term. It's destructive long-term. Every avoided conversation is brick and wall between you. Over time, that wall becomes impenetrable. You've avoided your way into disconnection, into breakup. Avoidance doesn't work. It destroys relationships slowly but surely. Pattern 2: Criticism and contempt. When you finally do talk, you attack. You never help around the house. You always prioritize work over me. What's wrong with you? This is criticism, attacking character, not addressing behavior. Contempt is worse. Eye-rolling, sarcasm, mockery, disgust, superiority. These are relationship poison. Dr. Gottman calls contempt the #1 predictor of divorce, more than anything else. Contempt kills relationships. If you're criticizing or showing contempt, stop. Immediately. This pattern destroys what you're trying to save. Replace criticism with specific complaints about behavior. Replace contempt with respect. Or leave before you destroy each other. Pattern 3: Defensiveness. Your partner raises issue. Instead of listening, you defend. That's not true. You do it too. I was only. You're being unfair. Defensiveness shuts down conversation. It says, I'm not willing to hear you. It escalates conflict, creates stalemate. Nothing gets resolved. Both people feel unheard. Resentment builds. Defensiveness is protective reflex, but it's destructive to relationship. When you get defensive, you're choosing self-protection over connection. Over resolution. This doesn't serve the relationship. Notice defensiveness. Breathe through it. Choose listening instead. This is hard, but necessary. Pattern 4: Stonewalling, complete shutdown. Silent treatment, walking away, refusing to engage. This is emotional abandonment. It's punishing. It creates terrible anxiety in partner. It prevents any resolution. Stonewalling happens when you're overwhelmed, flooded emotionally. You can't process, can't think, can't engage, so you shut down. It's protective, but it's damaging. If you need break, take it properly. I'm feeling overwhelmed. I need 20 minutes to calm down. Can we continue then? This is break. Stonewalling is abandonment. Learn the difference. Take breaks. Don't stonewall. Pattern 5: Kitchen sinking. One issue comes up, you bring up everything, all past grievances, all current complaints, kitchen sink, everything at once. This overwhelms, makes resolution impossible, creates defensiveness, escalates conflict, destroys productivity. One issue at a time, that's the rule. If you kitchen sink, you're not trying to resolve, you're trying to win, to overwhelm, to punish. This doesn't help, it hurts. Stick to one issue, resolve it, move to next. This is mature conflict resolution. Kitchen sinking is immature and destructive. Pattern 6. Mind reading and assumptions. You don't care about me. How do you know you think I'm? How do you know what they think? Your mind reading, assuming, interpreting, usually wrongly. This creates unnecessary conflict based on your interpretation, not reality. Stop assuming you know what they think or feel or intend. Ask. When you did X, I felt Y what was happening for you. This is healthy. Assuming and declaring you know their thoughts is toxic. It dismisses their actual experience. Creates conflict based on your assumptions. Ask, don't assume. This is crucial. Pattern 7. Bringing up the past repeatedly. Past issue was supposedly resolved, but you keep bringing it up every fight, every conversation. This says it's not actually resolved, or you're using it as weapon. Either way, it's destructive. If issue isn't resolved, resolve it properly. Have dedicated conversation. Find resolution, closure. If it is resolved, stop bringing it up. Let it go, forgive. Move forward. Repeatedly weaponizing the past destroys trust, prevents moving forward. Shows you're keeping score, staying resentful. This kills relationships. Resolve and release, or address properly. Don't weaponize repeatedly. Pattern 8. Passive-aggressive communication. You don't say what's wrong. You punish through behavior, withholding affection. Silent treatment, sabotaging, forgetting things, being late. This is indirect aggression. It's dishonest, manipulative, confusing. It prevents resolution because issue is never addressed directly, just punished indirectly. If you're angry or hurt, say so directly, maturely. I'm upset about X, can we talk? This is healthy. Passive aggression is toxic. It destroys T. Rust creates confusion, prevents intimacy. Communicate directly, always. Pattern 9. Flooding with emotion. You're so emotionally activated you can't think clearly, can't communicate effectively. Can't hear partner, you're yelling, crying, overwhelming. This is flooding, it happens, but you need to recognize it, take break. Calm down, continue when regulated. Continuing conversation while flooded is destructive. Ineffective, says things you'll regret, can't hear anything, can't resolve anything. When flooded, pause. I'm too upset to continue productively. I need to calm down. Can we take 20 minutes? This is mature. Continuing while flooded is destructive. Pattern 10. Refusal to take responsibility. Your partner addresses legitimate concern. You refuse to acknowledge any responsibility. Everything is their fault, their perception, their problem. Never yours. This is ego protection, but relationship destruction. Taking responsibility doesn't mean you're a bad person. It means you're mature. You acknowledge impact. You're willing to change. You're invested in partnership. Refusing responsibility creates stalemate, resentment, hopelessness. Your partner feels unheard, dismissed. Eventually they give up. Take responsibility when appropriate. This is strength, not weakness. This saves relationships. These 10 patterns destroy relationships. Avoidance, criticism and contempt, defensiveness, stonewalling, kitchen sinking, mind reading, weaponizing past, passive aggression, flooding, refusing responsibility. If you recognize yourself in these patterns, acknowledge it. These are learned patterns. They can be unlearned, replaced with healthy patterns. That's what you're learning here. Awareness is first step. You've just become aware. Now let's learn what works instead, starting with creating safety. Next chapter. Chapter 2. Creating emotional safety. Destructive patterns destroy safety. Without safety, productive conversation is impossible. You must create safety first. Let's learn how. What is emotional safety in relationship? It's feeling safe to be honest, to be vulnerable, to express concerns, to admit mistakes, to ask for what you need without fear of attack, mockery, rejection, punishment. When safety exists, difficult conversations are possible. When it doesn't, people shut down, attack, avoid. You must create safety. This is foundation of all productive relationship communication. Safety Creator 1. Establish good timing. Don't ambush. Don't start difficult conversation when partner just got home, is stressed, is tired, is doing something else. Ask permission for conversation. I'd like to talk about something important. When's a good time? This shows respect, creates readiness. Both people are choosing to engage, not being ambushed. Good timing is late morning or early afternoon on non-work day often. When both rested, fed, calm, not exhausted, not rushed. Not stressed. Choose timing thoughtfully. This creates safety. Ambushing destroys it. Safety Creator 2. Choose appropriate setting. Private, quiet, comfortable, no audience. No kids around, no TV, no phones, full attention, dedicated time and space. This setting says this conversation matters, you matter, I'm fully present. This creates safety. Having important conversations in passing, while doing other things in public, this creates opposite of safety. It says this isn't important enough for my full attention. Choose setting that honors conversation. Your partner. Your relationship. This is basic respect, basic safety creation. Safety Creator 3. Start with connection and appreciation. Before issue, connect. I love you, I value our relationship, I want us to be okay. I appreciate you and want to work through this together. This frames conversation as partnership, not attack. You're on same team, working together against problem, not against each other. This starting point creates safety, reassures, sets collaborative tone. Starting with complaint or accusation creates defensiveness. Starting with connection creates safety. Always start with connection. Safety Creator 4. Use soft startup. How you start matters enormously. Harsh startup. You never listen to me. This creates instant defensiveness. Soft startup. I'm feeling unheard lately and I'd like to talk about how we communicate. Same concern, different startup. First is harsh, accusatory, creates defensiveness. Second is soft, I statement, creates openness. Research shows soft startup predicts conversation success. Harsh startup predicts failure. Master soft startup. State feeling, state need. Invite conversation, don't attack, don't accuse, start soft. This creates safety. Safety Creator 5. Reassure about your commitment, especially for scary topics. Reassure. I'm not going anywhere, I want to work through this. I'm committed to us, this is about making us better. Fear drives defensiveness. Avoidance, attacking, reassurance reduces fear, creates safety to be vulnerable, to admit things, to work together. Don't assume commitment is obvious. State it, especially when discussing hard things. This reassurance is crucial. Safety Creator. Safety Creator 6. Acknowledge their perspective has validity even before you hear it. I know you have your perspective on this and I want to understand it. Your experience is important and I want to hear it. This creates safety to share, to be honest, without immediate dismissal. People defend when they fear being dismissed. When you pre-validate their right to perspective, they defend less, share more. This is Safety Creator. Powerful one. Safety Creator 7. Take breaks when needed properly. If conversation gets too heated, too intense, Someone is flooding, take break, but do it right. I'm feeling overwhelmed. I need 20 minutes to calm down. Can we continue at 3 p.m.? Give timeline. Give commitment to return. Don't just walk away. That's stonewalling. Proper break is safety creator. It allows regulation, prevents destructive flooding. But commitment to return maintains connection, maintains safety. Abandoning destroys safety. Breaking properly maintains it. Safety Creator 8. Avoid the 4 horsemen. Gottman's 4 horsemen: criticism, contempt, defensiveness, stonewalling. These destroy safety. We discussed them already. Avoiding them creates safety. When you feel urge to criticize, complain about behavior instead. When you feel contempt rising, remind yourself your partners. When you feel defensive, choose curiosity instead. When you want to stonewall, take proper break instead. Avoiding 4 horsemen creates basic safety. Engaging them destroys it. Choose safety, always. Safety Creator 9. Acknowledge impact even if intent was good. I didn't mean to hurt you is defensive. I didn't mean to hurt you and I see that I did. I'm sorry is responsible. Acknowledging impact creates safety, shows you care about their experience, not just your intent. This validation creates safety to continue, to work through, to heal. Defending intent while dismissing impact creates opposite, defensiveness, hurt, distance. Acknowledge impact. This is crucial safety creator. Safety Creator 10. Express confidence in relationship and partner. I believe we can work through this. I trust us to figure this out. You're capable of hearing hard things and I'm capable of hearing your response. This confidence creates safety. It says we can handle hard conversations. We won't break. Fear breaks safety. Confidence creates it. Express confidence in relationship, in partner, in yourselves as team. This is powerful safety creator. Creating safety is prerequisite for productive conversation. Without it, nothing works. With it, everything becomes possible. Use these 10 safety creators. Good timing, appropriate setting, connection and appreciation first, soft startup, reassurance about commitment, acknowledge validity of their perspective, proper breaks, avoid 4 horsemen, acknowledge impact, express confidence. These create environment where difficult becomes possible, where honest becomes safe, where working together becomes natural. Create safety first, always, then have conversation. Next chapter teaches you how. Chapter 3. Expressing yourself clearly and constructively. Safety is established. Now express yourself clearly, constructively, without attacking, without blaming. This is skill. Let's master it. Expression Principle 1. Use I statements religiously. I feel. I need. I'm experiencing. This takes ownership. Your feelings, your experience, your needs. You make me feel is blame. You never is attack. You always is criticism. These create defensiveness. I statements create openness. They're accurate. You're reporting your experience. Not attacking theirs. Practice I statements in all emotional communication. This single shift transforms communication from attacking to reporting, from blaming to sharing. Master this. Expression Principle 2. Be specific about behavior, not character. Don't attack character. You're selfish. Don't generalize. You never help. These are character attacks and generalizations. Be specific about behavior. When the dishes sit in the sink for 3 days, I feel frustrated because I end up doing them. Specific behavior, your feeling. Your reasoning, this can be heard, discussed, changed. Character attacks and generalizations cannot. They create defensiveness. Resentment. No resolution. Be specific about actual behavior, times, situation. This creates productive conversation. Expression principle 3. Express feelings clearly. Don't hide behind vague language. I'm frustrated. I'm hurt. I'm lonely. Clear feeling words. Not I feel like you don't care. That's thought disguised as feeling, real feeling. I feel scared when you yell because I experienced yelling as danger in my childhood. Specific feeling, specific trigger, specific reason. This creates understanding, compassion, connection. Vague feelings create confusion. Clear feelings create clarity. Name your feelings specifically. This is crucial skill. Expression principle 4. Separate observation from interpretation. Observation. You've been working late every night this week. Interpretation. You care more about work than me. First is observable fact. Second is your interpretation, often wrong interpretation. Share observation, ask about it. You've been working late every night. I'm wondering what's happening. I'm feeling disconnected. Observation, question, feeling. This invites conversation. Sharing interpretation as fact creates defensiveness. Argument. Separation of observation and interpretation is crucial. Practice this distinction. Expression principle 5. State needs clearly and specifically. Don't hint. Don't expect mind reading. State needs. I need more quality time together. Can we commit to one night a week with no phone? Specific need. Specific request. Clear. Actionable. I need you to care more is vague. Unusable. What does that look like? Be specific. I need you to ask about my day and listen without checking your phone. That's specific. Doable. Clear. State needs clearly. Give your partner chance to meet them. Vague needs can't be met. Clear needs can. Expression principle 6. Take ownership of your part. No issue is 100% one person's fault. Usually, acknowledge your contribution. I know I've been distant too. I get caught up in my own stress and don't reach out. This vulnerability, this responsibility taking. This creates safety for partner to acknowledge their part. If you only point fingers, they only defend. If you acknowledge your part, they can acknowledge theirs. This is mature. This is productive. Take responsibility. For your part, this transforms conversation. Expression principle 7. Differentiate between past and present. If issue relates to past, be clear. This situation reminds me of how I felt when my dad left. I know you're not my dad, but I'm feeling that old fear. This helps partner understand. It's not about them entirely. It's about your history triggered by current situation. This creates compassion, understanding. Without this clarification, they think it's all about them. Get defensive. Distinguish past from present. Your history from current situation. This creates understanding instead of defensiveness. Expression principle 8. Express what you want, not just what you don't want. Complaining about what's wrong is easy. Expressing what you want is harder, but necessary. I don't want you to be on your phone during dinner tells them what to stop. I want us to have phone-free dinners where we really talk tells them what you want instead. Positive specific request. This is more effective, gives direction, not just criticism. Express what you want, clearly, specifically. This creates path forward. Complaints alone create defensiveness with no direction. Expression principle 9. Use timing strategically within conversation. Don't dump everything at once. Start with most important issue. One issue, discuss it. Resolve it or reach understanding. Then decide if another issue should be addressed, or if you've done enough for one conversation. Trying to address everything at once overwhelms, creates kitchen sinking, reduces effectiveness. Strategic timing means choosing what to address. When, how much in one conversation. One issue done well is better than 5 issues done poorly. Be strategic about what you express when. Expression Principle 10. Check for understanding. After expressing something important, check. Does that make sense? Can you tell me what you heard me say? This ensures message was received as intended. Often what you say and what they hear differ. Checking creates clarity, prevents misunderstanding, allows correction. I heard you say you don't love me anymore. No, I said I'm feeling disconnected. I do love you. That's why this matters. Checking prevents going down wrong path. Wasting time on misunderstanding. Check for understanding regularly. These 10 principles transform expression. From destructive to constructive, from attacking to connecting, from unclear to clear. I statements, specific behaviors not character, clear feelings, observation versus interpretation, clear needs, own your part, distinguish past from present, express what you want not just don't want, strategic timing, check understanding, master these, practice these. Your expression becomes tool for connection, not weapon for attack. This changes everything. Now let's learn to listen. Next chapter. Chapter 4. Listening deeply even when it's hard. You've expressed yourself. Now listen. Really listen. This is harder than expressing. Most people listen poorly, especially when defensive, especially when hurt. Let's master deep listening. Listening Principle 1. Pause your defense response. When partner expresses concern, your first impulse is defend, justify, explain, counter. Pause this. Literally pause, breathe. Your defense can wait. First, listen. Really hear what they're saying. This is incredibly hard, but crucial. Defense is protective reflex, but it prevents understanding, prevents connection, prevents resolution. Pause defense. Choose listening. This is conscious choice. Make it every time. Listening Principle 2. Listen to understand, not to respond. Most people listen while preparing response, thinking about what they'll say next. This isn't listening, this is waiting to talk. Real listening is focused entirely on understanding their experience, their feelings, their perspective, not on your response. Your response can wait. First, understand fully. This shift from listening to respond to listening to understand transforms communication. It shows respect. It creates connection. It enables resolution. Listen to understand, nothing else. Your response comes later. Listening Principle 3. Put yourself in their experience. Empathy. Try to feel what they're feeling. See situation from their perspective, not to agree necessarily, just to understand. If I were in their shoes with their history, their sensitivities, their needs, how would this situation feel? This empathy creates understanding. Even when you don't agree, you can understand why they feel as they do. This understanding creates compassion, connection, instead of just defending your position. Practice empathy. Put yourself in their experience. Feel what they feel. Listening Principle 4. Reflect back what you hear. What I'm hearing is. So you're feeling because. This reflection serves two purposes. It shows you're listening, it checks your understanding. Often what they said and what you heard differ. Reflection allows correction. Actually, I'm not angry, I'm hurt. Now you understand better. Reflection also makes them feel heard, deeply heard. This is gift. Most people never feel truly heard by their partner. Be the partner who hears. Reflect back. Check understanding. Show you're listening. Listening Principle 5. Validate their feelings even if you disagree with interpretation. Feelings are always valid, even when based on misunderstanding. I can see why you'd feel that way. That makes sense given your perspective. You're not agreeing with their interpretation necessarily. You're validating their emotional experience. This validation creates safety, opens them up, allows them to hear you later. Without validation, they keep trying to make you understand, get louder, more insistent. With validation, they can breathe, can hear you. Validate feelings, always, even when you see situation differently. Listening Principle 6. Ask questions to understand more deeply, not interrogation questions. Why would you think that? Defensive, understanding questions. Can you help me understand more? What specifically made you feel that way? When did you start feeling this? These questions show genuine curiosity, desire to understand. They create depth, clarification. They show you care, that you're engaged. Ask understanding questions with genuine curiosity. This deepens listening. Deepens understanding. Listening Principle 7. Notice your emotional reactions without acting on them. As you listen, you'll have reactions: hurt, anger, defensiveness, fear. Notice these. I'm feeling defensive right now. But don't act on them yet. Don't interrupt. Don't defend. Don't attack. Notice, breathe, keep listening. Your reactions are information about you, about what's being triggered, but they don't need to derail listening. Notice them, keep listening. You'll have chance to address your reactions later. First, listen fully. Listening Principle 8. Listen for the need underneath the complaint. Complaints usually express unmet needs. You never help with housework expresses need for partnership, for shared responsibility, for feeling valued. Listen past the complaint to the need. I'm hearing you need more support with household responsibilities. You need to feel like we're a team. Is that right? This transforms conversation. From complaint to need. Complaints create defensiveness. Needs create problem solving. Listen for underlying needs. Address those. Listening Principle 9. Suspend your narrative temporarily. You have your version of events, your interpretation, your narrative. Suspend it temporarily just while listening. You can return to it, but first fully enter their narrative, their version, their interpretation. This doesn't mean abandoning yours, just temporarily setting it aside to fully understand th. This is incredibly hard but powerful. It creates understanding, often reveals things you missed, perspectives you didn't see. Suspend your narrative while listening. Return to it when it's your turn to speak. Listening Principle 10. Acknowledge what you can acknowledge. Even when you don't agree with everything, acknowledge what you can. You're right that I've been preoccupied with work. I can see how my behavior came across that way. I acknowledge I haven't been as available as you need. These acknowledgments create trust. Show you're listening. Show you're reasonable. Show you're not just defending everything. Acknowledge what's true, what's valid. This creates safety for them. Opens you up to being heard when it's your turn. Acknowledge generously what you genuinely can. Deep listening is gift. Gift to your partner, gift to relationship. It creates feeling of being understood, valued, respected. This is what people need most, to be heard, truly heard by person they love. Master these 10 principles. Pause defense. Listen to understand. Practice empathy. Reflect back. Validate feelings. Ask understanding questions. Notice reactions without acting. Listen for underlying needs. Suspend your narrative. Acknowledge what you can. This listening transforms relationships, creates safety, creates connection, creates resolution. Now let's learn to resolve together. Next chapter. Chapter 5. Finding resolution together. You've expressed, you've listened. Now find resolution together as partners, not adversaries. Let's master collaborative resolution. Resolution Principle 1. Shift from adversaries to partners. You're not opponents, you're teammates. Facing problem together, not you versus them. You and them versus problem. This mental shift is crucial. When you see each other as adversaries, you fight to win. When you see yourselves as partners, you work to solve. Language matters. How can we solve this? Not how can I make you understand. Partnership language. Partnership mindset. This transforms resolution process from combative to collaborative. Resolution Principle 2. Define the problem clearly together. Before solving, agree on problem. Often you're solving different problems. You think problem is lack of help with housework. They think problem is you being controlling. These are different problems, need different solutions. Define problem together. Can we agree the problem is we both feel overwhelmed and unsupported with household responsibilities? Common definition. Common problem. Now you can solve together. Without agreed definition, you're solving different problems. Getting nowhere. Define together. Agree on problem. Then solve. Resolution Principle 3. Brainstorm solutions without judging. Generate options, lots of options, without immediately judging or dismissing. We could hire cleaning service. We could create schedule. We could each take specific rooms. We could do it together Sunday mornings. All ideas on table, no judgment yet. This openness creates creativity, creates buy-in. Both people contribute, then evaluate options together, which are viable, which meet both needs. Brainstorm first, judge later. This process creates collaborative solutions, better solutions, more accepted solutions. Resolution Principle 4. Look for win-win, not compromise. Compromise is both people giving up something. Win-win is both people getting needs met. Aim higher than compromise. Look for creative solutions that meet both needs. You need quiet in evenings. I need connection. What if we have quiet from 8 to 9, then connect from 9 to 10? Both needs met. Not compromise where no one's happy. Win-win where both are satisfied. This requires creativity. But it's possible more often than you think. Look for win-win. Don't settle for compromise if win-win is possible. Resolution Principle 5. Be willing to experiment. You don't need perfect permanent solution immediately. Let's try this for 2 weeks and see how it feels. This takes pressure off, makes trying things easier. If it doesn't work, you adjust, experiment, see what works, refine. This is how couples find what works for them, not through perfect immediate solutions. Through experimentation, adjustment, learning together. Be willing to experiment, to try, to adjust. This flexibility enables resolution. Resolution Principle 6. Address underlying issues, not just symptoms. Surface issue, messiness, underlying issue, feeling disrespected, unvalued, address both. Clean up mess and address feeling of being disrespected. If you only address surface, underlying remains, creates new symptoms, different fights. Same core issue, go deeper. This seems to be about more than dishes. You're feeling like your needs don't matter to me. Is that right? Address core, not just symptoms. This creates real resolution, not just temporary peace. Resolution Principle 7. Be specific about agreements and action steps. Vague agreement. I'll try to be better. This fails. Specific agreement. I'll do dishes every night after dinner and take out trash on Tuesdays and Fridays. Specific. Measurable, clear, both people know what was agreed, can hold each other accountable, can track progress. Vague agreements sound good but create nothing. Specific agreements create change. Be specific. About what? When? How often? Who? This specificity enables success. Resolution Principle 8. Build in accountability and check-ins. Don't make agreement and forget about it. Let's check in Friday and see how this is going. Built-in accountability. Built-in adjustment opportunity. This shows you're serious, you're tracking, you're willing to adjust. Without accountability, agreements fade. Life happens, you forget. Check-ins maintain focus. Maintain follow-through, build them in, weekly, bi-weekly, whatever fits, but build them in. This transforms agreements from ideas to reality. Resolution Principle 9. Acknowledge when resolution isn't fully possible. Sometimes you can't resolve, you have fundamental different needs that can't both be met. Acknowledge this. We see this differently and that's okay. We need to find a way to live with this difference. Not every issue resolves. Some you manage, you agree to disagree. You find a way to coexist with difference. Acknowledging this is mature, realistic, removes pressure to fix unfixable. Allows focus on managing difference with respect and love. Resolution Principle 10. Celebrate successful resolution. When you do resolve something, acknowledge it. We did it. We talked through something hard and found solution. I'm proud of us. Celebrate your success. This reinforces, creates positive association with difficult conversations, shows you can do hard things together. Most couples only notice when it goes badly. Notice when it goes well. Celebrate it. This builds confidence, builds skills, makes future difficult conversations less scary. Celebrate successes, always. Resolution is ultimate goal of expression, of listening, of difficult conversation. You want to end with path forward, with understanding, with connection. These 10 principles enable that. Partnership mindset, agreed problem definition, non-judgmental brainstorming, win-win solution, willingness to experiment, addressing underlying issues, specific agreements, built-in accountability, accepting what can't be resolved, celebrating successes. Master these, you'll resolve more. Connect deeper, build stronger relationship. Now let's look at specific common conversations with scripts. Next chapter. Chapter 6. Specific Relationship Conversation SCRIPTS. You have framework. Now specific scripts for common relationship conversations. Use as templates, adapt to your situation. These provide structure and language that work. Conversation 1. Addressing lack of intimacy or sex. This is hard conversation, emotionally charged, important. Opening with safety and connection. I want to talk about our intimate life because it matters to me and I want us to both feel fulfilled. I love you and I'm committed to working through this together. Expressing clearly without blame. I'm feeling disconnected physically and I miss our intimacy. I'm noticing we're having sex less frequently and I'm feeling sad about that. Listening for their perspective. I want to understand your experience. How are you feeling about our intimate life? Really listen. They may have different experience, different concerns. Validate their feelings. I hear that you're feeling stressed and that's affecting your desire. That makes sense. Finding resolution together. What would help us reconnect physically? What do you need from me? What obstacles can we address? Specific agreements. Let's commit to prioritizing intimacy twice a week. Let's create date nights. Let's reduce stress where we can. Let's check in about this monthly. This structure creates safe, productive conversation about difficult topic. Conversation 2. Discussing money and financial disagreements. Money is top relationship stressor, must be addressed. Opening with partnership. I want to talk about our finances because we're a team and I want us to be on same page financially. This is about us working together. Expressing concern specifically. I'm feeling anxious about our spending. Specifically, I noticed we've been spending more than we're earning for 3 months. I'm worried about our savings goals. Listening to their perspective. What's your perspective on our financial situation? What are your concerns or priorities? Validate. I hear that you feel restricted and want to enjoy life now. That's valid. Finding resolution together. Let's create budget that allows for both security and enjoyment. What's important to you financially? What are our shared goals? Specific agreements. Let's track our spending this month. Let's set spending limit for discretionary purchases. Let's save specific amount monthly for house fund. Let's meet monthly to review finances together. Follow up. Let's check in next Sunday and see how we're doing. This structure addresses money productively. As team. Not as adversaries. Conversation 3. Addressing issues with in-laws or families. Family issues are delicate but necessary to address. Opening with reassurance. I want to talk about something sensitive involving your mom. I want to be respectful and also honest. You're my priority and I want us to handle this together. Expressing specifically. When your mom calls multiple times a day, I feel overwhelmed. When she criticizes how we do things, I feel disrespected. I need us to set some boundaries. Listening to their perspective. I know this is your mom and you love her. What's your perspective? How do you experience these situations? Validate their position. I understand she's important to you and you don't want to hurt her. I respect that. Finding resolution together. How can we honor your relationship with your mom while also protecting our relationship and my comfort? Specific agreements. Can we limit calls to once a day? Can you address criticism when it happens? Can we have family dinners twice a month instead of weekly? This balances respect for family with respect for partner and relationship. Let's try this for a month and see how it feels. Check-in built in. Conversation 4. Discussing division of household labor. Common source of resentment must be addressed. Opening with teamwork. I want to talk about how we're dividing household responsibilities. I want this to feel fair and sustainable for both of us. Expressing clearly. I'm feeling overwhelmed with amount of housework I'm doing. Specifically, I'm doing all cooking, all cleaning, all laundry. I need this to be more balanced. Listening. What's your perspective on household division? What feels fair to you? Validate. I hear that you're working long hours and feel exhausted. I understand. Finding resolution together. Let's list all household tasks and divide them based on preference and availability. What tasks do you prefer or not mind? What's your capacity given your work schedule, specific agreements? You'll do dishes nightly and take out trash twice weekly. I'll do laundry and meal planning. We'll hire cleaning service for deep cleaning twice a month. We'll both tidy daily. Written down, posted. Let's check in Friday about how this is working. This creates clear, fair division. Reduces resentment. Creates partnership. Conversation 5. Addressing emotional disconnection or distance. Fee. Ling is growing apart. Must address before becomes permanent. Opening with vulnerability. I'm feeling disconnected from you lately and it scares me because I love you and want us to be close. I want to talk about how to reconnect. Expressing feelings. I'm noticing we're spending less quality time together. We're both on phones. We're not really talking. I'm feeling lonely even when we're together. Listening deeply. How are you experiencing our relationship lately? Are you feeling this too, or experiencing something different? Validate their experience. I hear you're feeling stressed with work and withdrawing. I understand that's your pattern when stressed. Finding resolution together. What would help us reconnect? What do you need? What can we do together? Specific agreements. Let's have one phone-free night weekly. Let's do one activity together weekly. Let's check in daily about our days. Let's be more affectionate. Let's prioritize our relationship. Follow up. Let's assess in 2 weeks. Are we feeling more connected? This addresses disconnection before becomes irreparable. Conversation 6. Discussing one partner's concerning behavior, drinking too much, working too much, gaming excessively. Concerning behavior needs addressing, opening with concern and love. I want to talk about something I'm worried about because I love you and care about your well-being and our relationship. Expressing specifically without attacking. I've noticed you're drinking every night and it's increased recently. I'm concerned about your health and I'm noticing it's affecting our evening time together. Listening to their perspective. What's going on for you? Why has drinking increased? Listen with empathy, may be struggling. Validate their struggle while maintaining boundary. I hear that work stress has been overwhelming. I understand you're using alcohol to cope, and I'm still concerned because this isn't healthy long-term. Finding resolution together. What would help you manage stress in healthier ways? What support do you need? What are you willing to commit to? Specific agreements. You'll limit to 2 drinks maximum per night. You'll start therapy to address work stress. We'll find healthier coping strategies together. I'll support you if they resist. This is important enough that I need you to take it seriously. If you're not willing to address this, we need to discuss what that means for our relationship. Clear boundary, loving but firm. These scripts provide frameworks for common difficult conversations. Intimacy, money, family, household labor, disconnection, concerning behavior, structure is similar. Safety and connection first, clear specific expression, deep listening, validation, collaborative resolution, specific agreements, built-in follow-up. This structure works across topics. Master it, adapt it, use it. Have the conversations your relationship needs. Let's bring this together. You learn destructive patterns that kill relationships. Avoidance builds resentment and distance. Criticism and contempt, especially contempt, predict divorce. Defensiveness shuts down resolution. Stonewalling is emotional abandonment. Kitchen sinking overwhelms. Mind reading creates conflict based on assumptions. Weaponizing past prevents moving forward. Passive aggression is dishonest and confusing. Flooding prevents productive communication. Refusing responsibility creates stalemate. These patterns destroy what you're trying to save. Recognize them, stop them, replace them with what works. You learn to create emotional safety, foundation for all difficult conversations. Good timing by asking when is good time. Appropriate private setting with full attention. Start with connection and appreciation. Use soft startup, not harsh attack. Reassure about commitment, especially for scary topics. Acknowledge validity of their perspective before hearing it. Take proper breaks with timeline and commitment to return. Avoid the 4 horsemen always. Acknowledge impact even if intent was good. Express confidence in relationship and partner. Safety enables honest, vulnerable, productive conversation. Without it, nothing works. With it, everything becomes possible. You learn to express yourself clearly and constructively. I statements always to take ownership of your experience. Specific behaviors, not character attacks or generalizations. Express feelings clearly with actual feeling words. Separate observation from interpretation. State needs clearly and specifically, not vague hints. Take ownership of your part. Differentiate past from present when relevant. Express what you want, not just what you don't want. Use timing strategically, one issue at a time. Check for understanding regularly. This expression connects rather than attacks, clarifies rather than confuses, invites resolution rather than creates defensiveness. You learn to listen deeply even when it's hard. Pause defense response consciously, choose listening. Listen to understand, not to respond. Put yourself in their experience with empathy. Reflect back what you hear to check understanding. Validate feelings even when you disagree with interpretation. Ask questions to understand more deeply. Notice your reactions without acting on them yet. Listen for the need underneath the complaint. Suspend your narrative temporarily to fully enter theirs. Acknowledge what you can acknowledge. This listening is gift. Gift of being truly heard by person they love. This transforms relationships. You learn to find resolution together. Shift from adversaries to partners facing problem together. Define problem clearly together before solving. Brainstorm solutions without judging first. Look for win-win, not just compromise. Be willing to experiment and adjust. Address underlying issues, not just symptoms. Be specific about agreements and action steps. Build in accountability and check-ins. Acknowledge when full resolution isn't possible. Celebrate successful resolution. This collaborative resolution strengthens relationship. Proves you can handle hard things together. Builds confidence for future. You learn specific scripts for common conversations. Intimacy and sex. Money and finances. In-laws and family, household labor division, emotional disconnection, concerning behavior, each with same structure, safety and connection first, clear expression, deep listening, validation, collaborative resolution, specific agreements, follow-up. This structure works across all topics. Master it and you can navigate any difficult conversation your relationship needs. So here's what it all comes down to. Most relationships don't end because of the problems. They end because of inability to talk about problems effectively. You now have complete framework for talking about anything. Safety creation, clear expression, deep listening, collaborative resolution, specific scripts. These skills save relationships, deepen intimacy, create lasting connection. You don't have to be perfect. You have to be willing to be vulnerable, willing to listen, willing to work together, willing to have hard conversations. That willingness plus these skills equals relationship success. Right now, identify the conversation you've been avoiding, the issue creating distance, the resentment building. This week, prepare using safety creators. Choose good timing, appropriate setting. Plan soft startup with connection first. Then have the conversation. Express yourself clearly with I statements and specific behaviors. Listen deeply even when it's hard. Work together toward resolution with specific agreements. See what happens. Most conversations go better than feared. Most issues are more solvable than they seemed. Most importantly, most distance decreases when you finally talk honestly and constructively. Here's what happens when you master relationship communication. First, issues get added. Rest early before become major problems. Then resentment stops building because you're expressing and resolving. Then intimacy deepens because you're being honest and vulnerable. Then trust grows because you can handle hard things together. Then confidence increases because you've proven you can talk about anything. Then your relationship transforms into true partnership, where you face challenges together, where you support each other, where you grow together, where hard conversations strengthen rather than threaten your bond. You have everything you need: understanding of destructive patterns to avoid, safety creation skills, clear expression techniques, deep listening principles, collaborative resolution framework, specific conversation scripts. Now go use them. This week, have that conversation you've been avoiding, create safety, express clearly, listen deeply, resolve together, strengthen your relationship. Before problems become breakups, talk to your partner, save your relationship, build the partnership you both deserve.